I bet you've never heard of this tank, the AE Phase 1. Not many people have, because it was never actually made. It was a prototype. So I decided, ooh, we should do a video on something, nobody's heard of. And I was like, well, AE Phase 1. Now, how did I hear of that? Well, because there's this marvelous thing called World of Tanks, and I just looked it up. And I found it on there, and then looked up the blueprints, yada yada. But first, let's get into what this tank has. Look at that. Look at those tracks. So, it's got a Continental AOSI, I think I said that right, 1195 engine. Okay, they're really hard to say because I don't want to be in the 1000s, but look at those tracks. Those are weird. Yep, that's the AE Phase 1 for you. One track gets blown off, it can keep on driving, no problem. Now let's look at its speeds. What did this tank make for a top speed? Like, was it fast or was it slow? I mean, just saying it was a heavy tank, it made 900 horsepower, which is equal to 35 kilometers or 21 miles per hour. Yeah, it's not very fast, but that tank is like bigger, way bigger than the IS-1 and IS-2. It's bigger than both of them. Now, what about its gun? Well, simple enough, this thing had a pretty powerful weapon. It was a 120mm M5-8A. Again, what does that mean? That means it had really good penetration. Just look at that thing. It would go right through a tank. 122mm, that's really powerful for a tank like that. Yeah, that could have been a potential monster. But, moving on, we got a lot of other things, like the hull armor. It was 292.1 in the front, 101.6 in the side, and 58mm in the back. Holy cow, 58mm in the... But what about the turret armor? Oh, well, apparently that's classified, because I couldn't find it anywhere. So, yeah, guess we'll never know. But I know one thing for sure, that thing is insane. Like, you try and shoot at it, like, look at that slant. You can't. But again, moving on, let's go to its crew. What did it have for a crew? Well, it had a crew of 4, and it also had an RPM, rounds per minute, of 5.45. Yeah, that's not too bad. 5 shells a minute? I mean, it's not terrible. I don't know its reloading speed, guess it depends on the crew. But, yeah, I think this tank was a definite this was like a Superman. This tank could have been amazing, and credit to World of Tanks. If you see down in the bottom right, that's how I learned of this tank. That's how I literally decided to create this channel, because I love tanks and I learned so much about so many different tanks. Like, I filled my brain. So that's where I decided to do my videos on, and I use their data that they get from, like, just like the background history, and also use a bunch of different sources. So yep, definitely credit to them. Really cool. If you love tanks just like me, yeah, go check them out. Otherwise, that pretty sums it up. This tank could have been an insane. But thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.